These are the Black Rocks in the south of Kenya's Masai Mara Reserve, where 3 lionesses have raised 9 cubs. Back in September 2017, the babies were just 6 weeks old, 4 females and 5 males. This is the true story of their rise to adulthood. Over 5 years, the young males could grow into a coalition, working together against rivals. First, though, their carefree childhood had to end. Because hunting never comes easy. Sometimes they were lucky to escape with their lives. The route to the top is hard. At 2 years of age, it's time for the lions to quit their creche on the Black Rocks. Their mothers have given birth again. There's no room for them now. These adolescents must look out for themselves. Always hungry, forever sparring over food, the males, stronger than their sisters, don't hesitate to press their advantage. One evening, it gets too much. Racked by hunger, the strongest male kills one of his sisters. The males and females go their separate ways. That makes it harder for the males. They rely on the speedy females to hunt. So the young males try their luck on prey that can't outpace them, but they have no chance against these giants. There is another risk they can take, stealing from veteran lions. That's a mistake. Months later, one of the brothers will be wounded trying something similar. Now he's maimed for life. This time it was just a clip on the ear. They can steal hyenas' prey, so they're always looking out for a chance. Members of the buffalo herd intervene, scaring the hyenas off. It seems the lions have missed their chance. But, danger averted, the buffalo leave their sick comrade. The lions take courage. They're no longer after the hyena's leftovers. They want the entire prize. That should do it. Till the herd come back in force. A new experience for the young males. The cow was so weak that help has come too late. The buffalo soon withdraw. The young lions once again smell success. The lions hold their nerve. They've earned a hearty meal and learned a valuable lesson. The landscape of the Mara Reserve. The brothers patrol here for 2 years. Sometimes alone, often together. Together, they're stronger and safer. By March 2021, the 5 brothers are 4 years old, majestic young adult lions. Without territory of their own, they spend their time in an area roughly 25 kilometers north of their first home. As this leopard knows only too well. They've claimed enough of his prey. The lions have started to attract a lot of attention. And the Maasai have given them names to suit their characters. This is Olomina, the lame one. No scars on his face. He neither joins the hunt nor fights. But sexually, he's the most active of all. As an adolescent, he trespassed on other males' territory. Now, he has difficulty walking. Olosiadu, the stay-behind. He's a cautious soul, often isolating himself from his brothers. Lokolup, the tag-along, has a permanently runny nose. They think a buffalo hoof broke the bridge. Constant pain holds him back. With the radio collar, scientists track the brothers. Orpadan, the hunter, always in the lead and first to the prey. Supremely self-confident and relaxed, he's a real fighter. On the left, Olobor, the sister killer. He's the boss, very self-contained. The strongest male, he can be ruthlessly aggressive. Together, these two define the fate of the group. In the spring of 2021, observers had a surprise: the arrival of the 5 lions' mothers. The females were forced from their territory when a big pride invaded from the east. Actually, the boys are too old to be with their mothers. It's an unusual setup, as the mothers aren't alone. They've brought the young they've been raising in the meantime. 3 young males and 2 females. 13 lions altogether. A formidable group. The young play while the 5 brothers look to their experienced mothers to capture prey for them all. These fascinating new surroundings require thorough exploration. Rambunctious juveniles could warn off prey. At other times, their enthusiasm will come in useful. You wouldn't call this a proper pride. It's more a loose grouping of convenience to hunt together. In every other way, the interests of the mothers and their older sons diverge. For one thing, mating with your half-sisters is out of the question, let alone with your mother. But the brothers' urge to reproduce is growing stronger. The 13 lead a nomadic life, claiming no territory of their own and avoiding other lions. It's May 2021. In the rainy season, the grass is growing fast. That should attract herbivores, but the hungry cats are having trouble finding prey. Finally, they come across a buffalo herd in a valley. A single bull has strayed into bushland next to the stream. The young brothers and sisters are raring to go. They still have to learn a buffalo in broken country is dangerous prey. The powerful males hold back. They're hoping the females will do all the hard work. A one-ton bull is a powerful opponent. Even 13 lions haven't managed to cause him real difficulties. They let him go on his way. East Africa's long rains start in April and continue to the end of May. Right now, there's plenty of food for the herbivores, so they can move to the best places. That means they leave the low-lying wet areas where their hooves could pick up fungal infections. For others, the saturated regions are perfect. Warthogs are truly in their element now. Pastures, hog wallows, and water wherever they look. Antelopes mostly prefer shorter grass. It's especially nutritious, and they can spot predators far away. They often gather for long periods in a small area, trimming the grass with their grazing. In recent decades, heavier rainfall has brought lusher vegetation to the northern Serengeti. Over wide stretches, grass grows over 1 meter high in the rainy season. Since most hoofed animals dislike high, stringy grass, many big cats leave the region too. So the rainy season brings advantages for the rootless lions from Black Rocks. 2 months, hundreds of square kilometers, free of competition. No need to fear territorial disputes with local lions. But it's tough finding prey. For emergency rations, they often turn to warthogs. The problem is, they're hard to spot in the tall grass. Lions and hogs can be tens of meters apart with neither noticing. That's why the lionesses start looking for the holes hogs use at night. In the early morning, many are still occupied. It's not that they're places of protection. Young hogs are very sensitive to cold, and the holes are there to keep them warm. This one's in deep. It's not going to be easy to reach. Digging it out is hard work, and hogs can be unpleasant adversaries. While the young hunters hesitate, a lioness keeps watch. In the rainy season, boars seek females in estrus, especially near holes kept in constant use. And here's a hopeful Romeo. In her time, the female has caught hundreds of hogs. She knows exactly what to do. Another female blocks the escape route. It's over in seconds. Everyone piles in. As so often, Olobor the Strong takes his lion's share. The others know the rules. A pride male's duty is to protect the young. In this grouping, however, the males have no offspring to protect. The females get nothing back for their hard work. In the long run, that will be a problem. With so few animals to hunt, the young lions will chase anything that moves. Hunger takes them into unfamiliar regions where they could easily meet other lions. They're very unsettled. For weeks they dare not cross the Rongai River. That might mean entering another pride's territory. But curiosity and hunger finally get the better of them. They must have a powerful urge to cross. These cats do not like water, especially when it's deeper than expected. All that effort, only to discover the hunting is no better on the other side. One morning, they come across a single hippopotamus that hasn't reached the safety of his usual pool. This arouses the brothers' hunting instincts. This prey can't run away from them, but it may turn the tables. Each lion is probing for weakness. It's almost like a game. Interestingly, the females hold back, almost as though they're not sure of this one. The younger brothers and sisters are excited. What are the tactics? The hippo has to stay on his feet. If he does, little can happen to him for now, beyond a couple of scratches. But after a while, it gets too much for him. He leaves the small pool. It wasn't really keeping him safe. He has momentum, and he makes for the nearby bushes. This is a dangerous situation for the lion. The massive hippo could swing him into the trees. But Orpadan can't let go now. A hippo weighs 6 times more than a lion. But Orpadan has a firm grip on his hindquarters and brings him down. Briefly. Down, but not out. Unable to restrain their offspring, the mothers half-heartedly join in. They know they must exhaust the hippo until he passes out. Another hour, The hippo is steaming. These huge animals have difficulty releasing the enormous heat generated by their muscles. But his circulation seems to remain stable. He fights his way from pond to pond, always finding a new place to cool off. After hours of combat, the lions are exhausted, taking longer and longer breaks, but they can swap with each other and so keep the pressure up. Who will reach their limits first? This pond protects the hippo's flank. The big cats must watch out in the thorny thickets. Even the stubborn young females are gradually tiring. The fight has taken almost 6 hours. The hippo hasn't left a decisive opening. Hippos rarely fall victim to lions, and they're not high on a lion's prey list, even in hard times like this. Finally, it's a draw. Both parties, side by side, exhausted. The hippo will live on. Wherever the lions look, buffalo are the only reliable food source, with 3 herds moving through the high, stringy grass along the Rongai River. Most herbivores wouldn't eat this grass, and they would avoid this place, but these wild cattle are comfortable chewing and digesting the fibrous vegetation. A herd can be 800 strong, limitless meat. But the price? Buffalo are tougher to hunt than other herd animals, not only because of their size. It has to do with their social structure. Herds consist of closely related cows, accompanied by bulls who have joined from outside. So a buffalo herd isn't an agglomeration of individual animals, but a community, aunts, sisters, and cousins, with their young. Unlike antelopes that swap between herds and show no solidarity, buffalo support one another. And yet, in every big group, there are some who can't keep up, or are simply too careless, peeling off to go their own way. The lions have spotted a female on her own. She noticed them too late. They surround her out of the high grass. Working together, they distract the cow so she can't use her lethal horns. One of the lionesses dares a frontal attack. She needs to grip the cow's muzzle. The brothers hold back, letting the mothers get on with the dangerous work. "500 meters away, the herd is grazing. Buffalo have poor eyesight, but the cow's bleating attracts their attention. The cavalry's coming. You don't mess with angry buffalo. Even Orpadan knows that. All that wasted effort. The lions have nothing. They'll have to keep following the herd in hopes of a better chance. At least the yellow-throated longclaw gets something. Trampled grass is perfect nest material. Lions are powerful but slow, so they have to concentrate on the bigger prey animals. Buffalo too depend on their strength, but also on their solidarity. A kind of balance has grown between the two species. Aerial views show groups of friendly buffalo coming together, close relations behaving like a big family. This group solidarity is surprisingly effective. Seriously ill, even blind buffalo are protected by their family groups. They survive, carried along by the community. On the move, a herd functions like a single organism, with pathfinders and animals to defend the flanks, and also stragglers. Like this elderly male, he's frail, and he needs longer rest stops. The hungry lionesses are doing what they must, following the herd, watching for gaps in the security system, or for stragglers that lost contact with the herd. Like the old bull that rested a bit too long. In the late afternoon, he seeks to rejoin the herd. That's the lioness's cue. He's old. His eyes and ears are way past their best. The females easily lay their trap. The younger females are first. They're the hungriest, least aware of the dangers. Olobor and Orpadan are away, checking out the territory. The lionesses and their daughters must bring the buffalo down on their own. Only then do Lorkulup and Olosiadu deign to join. Olomina holds back entirely as usual. The females are generous. There's enough food for several days, so they won't be arguing over shares. Almost every day brings a heavy rain shower. The lions trail through saturated plains after the buffalo. They lost contact in the night. They've been searching for hours. The rain has washed away the tracks. In this undulating country, 500 buffalo can simply disappear. The lions can see as far as the next hillock. Late in the morning, they re-establish contact. Now they take their time studying the herd across the valley. Looking for calves, born during the rainy season. Sometimes a mother and her calf get separated from the bigger group. That's what the lions are waiting for. Even 13 lions couldn't grab a calf inside the herd. But there's a small group of stragglers. The cats try to spin off the defenders, breaking up the formation. In the turmoil, Olobor grabbed a calf, but the defenders are here at once. He has to let go to save his life. The badly wounded calf won't survive. The lions have time. They encourage the herd to move on. This prey is far too small for the group. Once again, Olobor becomes violent. These outbursts of rage are becoming unbearable for the three mothers. They gain nothing from being with their powerful sons, but they can no longer drive them out of the territory as they did before. The only solution may be to split off from the males. June. The rainy season is over. The five brothers are now confident enough to advertise their presence far and wide. It seems there are no other claims on this region. Olobor and Orpadan are often away together patrolling. They rarely see their mothers and their younger siblings. Luckily, the five brothers haven't yet encountered the previous pride males. But they noticed them a long time ago. Two old males. For years they defended their territory by the river, and they bear the scars to prove it. They no longer have the confidence for a direct confrontation, and they withdraw. If they don't get into fights, they can survive for several years in their old territory. They leave the interlopers to get on with it in this difficult but rewarding territory. For several months of the year, the Rongai River flows, attracting herbivores. Buffalo herds use the valley all year round, almost guaranteeing the lion's survival. The two veterans live quietly in the bush near the stream, scavenging other predators' prey or digging out the occasional warthog. But the real owners of this territory are three adult females and their adolescent offspring. They conquered and now defend the region. Every couple of years, they take new pride males. Now the five brothers are here, and the first couplings soon happen. This union might not yet produce offspring, but for the brothers, it's the first step to claiming the territory as their own. Lame Olomina can't keep up with his brothers. They won't let him approach their new partners. But he too feels the growing urges. So he tries his luck with his half-sisters and aunts. That, understandably, doesn't go down too well. The lionesses of the Rongai River, on the other hand, seem content with the new situation. But there is a problem here. The three females already have adolescent offspring, 3 daughters and a son. The new masters of the valley might not take to the young male. And Olobor has already noticed his presence. The young male is scared. But he'd like to stay with his mother. Olobor doesn't see it that way. Olobor could hurt the adolescent badly, but his mother's presence holds him back. And she definitely takes her son's side. Powerful older lions would normally not hesitate to crush a young whippersnapper. But Olobor's hold on his territory is too new. This is just a demonstration of power. Over the next few days, the Rongai River is a turbulent place. But not principally because of the brothers. The territory still belongs to the 3 females, and they reject the lionesses that came with the 5 males. Again and again they chase away the mothers of the 5 brothers. The mothers can't compete with their confident female rivals. They leave the Rongai Valley forever, ending the short reunion with their sons. Olobor and his brothers are now truly in control. It means weeks of uncertainty for the 3 daughters and the son of the Rongai Pride females. Relieved sisters welcome their brother back to the group. So far, he's made it without serious injuries. The young females have nothing to fear from the big males. After all, they're potential future partners. but they keep their distance for the time being. Over the coming weeks, they wander the edges of their mother's territory. Since they're not yet sexually mature, the 5 brothers ignore them. The adolescent male is still a potential rival. He must be careful. The 2 strongest brothers, Olobor and Orpadan, roam far and wide, leaving their markers everywhere, new lords of a big territory. By mid-2021, they control almost 100 square kilometers. The lionesses' Rongai River territory, and the great expanse of plains to the south, where the buffaloes spend the rainy season. Orpadan and Olobor are responsible for security. Day after day, they patrol the edges of the territory, far from the rest of the pride. Olobor still has the blonde mane of a young lion, but together with Orpadan, he's the dominant male of the pride. He's constantly venturing into foreign territories. One day, he goes too far, deep into a neighboring pride's domain. For the dominant males there, it's a massive challenge. Olobor sees them too late. Too late to flee. This could be the end. He seems paralyzed by fear. He mustn't provoke them any further. Things have gone too far. There are iron laws among lions. Olobor has transgressed. He's mauled to within an inch of his life. He'll be out of circulation for months. A severe setback for the newly formed pride, but the brothers must go on. And soon, there's an important development. The wildebeest migration streams through the territory, bringing relief from the precarious dependency on buffalo. But when these herds leave again, the lions face the ultimate test against their arch-enemies, the buffalo.